Hi everyone, this video is for assignment number, not assignment, sorry, group project number 1, excavation quantity takeoffs. So for excavation work, most important thing is find where is the existing grade, right? So I do, and also site condition. So I have some assumptions for this group project. You say if you open the group project excavation concrete excavation quantity takeoff requirements, and you will see my assumptions. So the first assumption I give to you is I said assume the existing grade is at the same level as the concrete finished floor, which is okay, which is the top of the concrete slab. So existing grade is at the same level at the top as the top of the concrete slab. So I also tell you the bottom of the foundation wall footing and column footing are 5 feet 2 inch below the concrete finished floor. Then I also tell you the soil condition, right? I said, the soil is good soil condition. And there is a 2-inch thick grass need to be cleared, and the thickness of the topsoil is 12-inch. So based on this assumption, you can start to draw sketches to help you what we need to do, right? So now let's go to the structural drawing. Under structural drawing, you have general loads, right? My recommendation is always read the general loads, construction notes first, and highlight all the information you need for estimating, okay? For example, for group project number 1, we have excavation and concrete, right? When I go through, I would highlight what's the strength of the concrete, right? Okay, that is general loads. So we are going to look for a cross section to help us to figure out, what will be the depths of excavation, what we need to do, right? So if you look at this, section, this foundation section shows we do have foundation walls, concrete foundation wall, and concrete foundation footing. That's the size. And the slab, concrete slab, is up, it's up there. That means for this project, we don't have a basement. So we don't need to dig a big hole underground for the basement, right? So what we need to do, now let's go back to look at the drawing. So you see, that's a foundation plan, right? Under foundation plan, and we will see, you see, we only see we have concrete foundation walls around, right? We also have column footings along the foundation wall. At the center, we have a, concrete column footing. So what we need to do, think about is to build this concrete foundations, right? Foundation walls, footings, and column footings. All we need to do is dig a trench, right, along the exterior wall. Then dig a pit to be able to build this column footing. So that's what should be in our mind, right? After we understand this, now we are going to start to draw sketches, right? So let's say, and I'm going to split my, split this, my windows to 2. Let's see requirements. What is that up here? I look at my requirements, right? And I can see if I just make it smaller. Oops. Page. Anyway, yeah, leave it. Okay, so let's say I said the where is the existing grid is here, right? So I can draw a sketch. Say I use this icon. I draw a line and shift key on the keyboard, and I say this is my existing grid. I can also call out, say that's an existing grid. So and okay, that's my existing grid. Now I said good soil condition. There's 2-inch thick grass need to be cleared. So I want to draw say a rectangle here, right? I want to draw my grass that's around 2-inch, right? So I'm gonna make it green, right? So that's a grass. I can also draw this with a dimension there, right? That's 2-inch, right? So then I'm going to draw my topsoil, right? Okay, that's a topsoil. Okay, I will say, okay, make it topsoil this color. That's another 12-inch, right? So I'm going to go there. That's 12-inch. So I also low from the existing grid to the bottom of the footing is 5 feet 2-inch. So draw a line here. I see, okay. From here, the bottom right is 5 feet, 5 feet 2-inch. Okay, so if I take this 5 feet 2-inch, subtract 12-inch at 1 foot 2-inch, that means from this point down, right? That is 4 feet. So based on the good soil condition, 4 feet is around 1.2 meter. So good soil condition, if the depth of the trench less than 1.2 meters, 4 feet, we can cut the trench straight down. So now I can draw the shape of my trench, right? So I know the shape of my trench is like this. If I highlight that, okay, give it a color. See this color. That's my trench, right? So so now I need to think about, I do have, let's say, the workspace, right? Workspace, requirements. It's from 2-inch from the footing, or 6-inch, so 2 feet, 2 feet from the foundation wall. So that means workspace from there to there, right? 2 feet, or from the footing, right, to there, 6-inch, whichever is greater. So it's same as what we learned last semester. So, workspace either 600 millimeter from the foundation wall or from the footing 150 millimeter, okay, whichever is greater. So in the interior is 2 feet and 6 inch. Of course, we need to understand, in this case, if we look at the foundation plan, right, we have not only the foundation wall footing, we do have column footings. That means if we have column footings, the trench, from the trench to the column footing, edge of the column footing should be at least 6 inch, right? If I draw this here, I'll see. Okay, let me use another drawing. That means from this point to that point should be at least 6 inch. Agree, right? So that means if we look at the foundation, let's say we look at the foundation plan, right? That means from there to there. Okay, let's see this is my trench, right? That's 2 feet. Okay. Okay, well, it's not working. Just give me 1 moment. Eventually it's start working. Okay, so either 2 feet or 6 inch, whichever is greater, right? So now if I want to draw this trench under, under foundation plan, close this. Go back to So if I want to draw this trench, what I need to do is figure out, I look at those, those column footings, right? Say this is footing 3, footing 2, right? Which one, we have footing 1. So we can find along this line, we need to find, look at the biggest one, right? That's F3. So F3, you see F3 is 5 feet 9, 9 inch, and 5 feet 9 inch. And F2 is smaller, 5 feet, 5 feet, right? The depth of the footing is 14 inches. So I can draw a, help sketch to help me. Okay, I'm going to draw this and add 6 inches to, to figure out what will be if I want to draw a pit, right? What would be that? What's the dimension of that? So you see 6 inch this side, 6 inch that side, in total would be 1 foot, right? So I can draw a line, or I can draw a square, which is 6 feet 9 inch, which is like this. Okay, how I draw that? Click on this, sketch to scale, right? So I can just click like this. I want to 5 the width. I want to be anyway. I can enter. Okay, 5. No, not 5 this time, because I add the workspace. Should be 6 feet 9 inch, right? Okay, let's see. 6 feet 9 inch. Okay, maybe I'll give a space. 9 inch. I will go to another one. 6 feet 9 inch, right? Double click on enter. So it gives me this rectangle. This rectangle, the dimension is exactly this side is 6 feet 9 inch, 6 feet 9 inch, right? So I can move this, right? Let's see. And move this right here. So all here, right? That's F3 right here. So that will help me to figure out what would be the width of the trench, right? Then I draw another line. You see this line is 2 feet from the foundation wall. And whichever is bigger, greater. So I would use this, right? I would use from the column footing out 6 inches at each side. So the same idea you apply to other side. You compare, say I do this, say this is how, based on this footing, right? And this footing F2 is 5 feet, 5 by 5 feet, right? At 6 inch at each side. This would be, 3 feet. This side would be 3 feet, 6 feet, right? From there to there, 6 feet. Then I compare this. This is 2 feet, right? So I know how what is the width of my trench at this side as well, right? So I can draw this line. I can draw a line. Say I draw a line and cross this end of this my dimension, right? So I can draw help line here and draw another help line there. In this case, I can actually draw this. You see, I can actually draw the shape of my trench on my foundation plan. After I draw this, trench on my foundation plan, I can start to measure, right? Okay, you see, now based on my help sketch, right? This is my help sketch. I did, right? I know the depth of the trench is 4 feet. Now I figure out what is the width of the trench, right? I also know this trench is a rectangular shape. Okay, I go back here. What's that? Here. So now I know the shape. What I need to do is I'm going to measure, right? Make sure you have the correct scale. So what I realized when I did my measurement, this scale doesn't really work. Preset scale not working. So I use custom, calibrate the scale. So I said customly set this scale. Okay, you can follow my video and to do that by yourself, right? We blend that. Okay, that's an extra thing I want to talk about. Now let's look at how we are going to measure the volume of this trench, right? And show you an easier way to do. Okay, go to, measure the area, right? Go to this here. Now I'm going to say, this is excavation trench, right? Let's see. Trench excavation. For example, okay, the depth of the trench, it's 4 feet, right? 4 feet. Okay, that's 4 feet. Now I'm going to start to measure. This. I want to highlight this actually. I want to pen on this. It's easier for me. So that would be there. I made a mistake. Wait, undo. Yeah, right. That's not exactly. Sounds good. Mm. Press, the space bar. You can change to this, right? I can move. Okay, I want to go there, right? Right there, go right here. Go down, right? Mm. Okay, this, right? I can close, press C on your keyboard. So after I did this, right? Then I want to cut, right? See this? Polygon cut out. Then what I do? I'll cut this to this side, inside, right? Okay, I can just close, right? You see what happened? And you see this, when I did this will give me, you see, I measure bigger area that I cut out. That will give me either, the area that, the area of this, right? And it also will give me the volume. For example, I show volume. Make it bigger. You see, it tells me the area and also the volume as well. So that is my volume of trench, because I make sure you double check here. The depth you give is 4 feet, right? That's your volume as well. So that's how you can calculate the trench volume. Okay. If I don't want to show that, I just uncheck that. Okay, so that's my trench. Next one, let me see. We have, this we need to calculate site clear and grubbing, remove the topsoil, right? And so how we measure the site clearing, you see, allow 5 feet from the outside surface of the exterior foundation wall for the scope of site clear and topsoil removal, right? A rectangular shape is applied for site clear and topsoil removal for better excavation productivity by a backhoe. So based on this, now we can measure my site clearing. Okay. Go to the structure drawing. And let me think, use structure drawing as as an example. And as I said, I would recommend you use architectural drawing if it's possible. Okay. But anyway, for this example, I'm going to use this structural drawing. Okay. So if I use structural drawing, and I'm going to draw a 5 feet, right? Okay. 5 feet control line. Okay, so what I do, I use this, right? So I can say from, let me see, I'm going to use here. I need to use from the bigger side, right? This out. Okay, see this out 5. Okay, what is not working again? So I make sure it's 90 degrees. Okay. Oh, I really need to change my computer. This keyboard gave me too many problems. Right? Not working. Now it's working. 5 feet. Okay. I, double click on enter. It gave me a 5 feet line, or I can draw a 5 feet, square, right? This is 5 feet, that's 5 feet. Okay. I think in this case, it's better to draw this, draw a rectangle 5 feet by 5 feet. So I can draw one, I can draw another one, right? After I know this is 5 feet, that's 5 feet out, 5 feet out. So I can measure my area in this way. I know it's going to be a rectangle, right? I click on this. So I say excavation, now it's site clearing, right? I'm going to calculate site clearing. And the volume is not this. Of thickness should be 2 inch, right? I'm going to enter a 2 inch. Okay. 2 inch thickness. So I can click on this point, right? Hold and drag to another point. See? That's how quick I can get, right? Now I can get my site clearing area. See, it gave me the area of the site clearing and the volume as well, right? I will be able to use this volume when I calculate the disposal. Of course, if I want to, measure the topsoil, remove the topsoil, right? You see the same thing, I'm going to use for topsoil removal. So what I can do, an easier way to do is copy. You see, copy this page. I want to paste this page. So I can come here, okay? I'm going to change this name to say remove soil, right? Okay, this time the topsoil is 12 inch, right? It's not 2 inch. Now it's 12 inch. So now you see, I can get this. The volume of area of the topsoil removal, also the volume of topsoil removal, right? And I can also add a legend. Okay, so how I add a legend? Go to there, and I'm going to create a new legend, right? So I can give a different name, right? This legend, I want to say, this is the topsoil removal, for example, right? I want to say this. Then I say, okay, right? And I will get, I will get a legend, see, this topsoil, right? Removal, and what's the quantity? And you see, I don't want to, I don't want to show me this description. What I want to do is here, I can go to, this is the property, right? I go there, I want to show description is label. See, that's it, topsoil removal, right? And remove the topsoil and trench or whatever, right? I can also edit this as well. I can, do more things. Now, I can show label, I can show quantities, I can show other stuff. This quantity units, right? And let's say if I click others, the area, the area already have label here. Okay. I can do this, hold and move that. See, so I can have many choices, right? If I don't want, I will just go there, and uncheck, right? What's that my name? Right here. Say okay. That's what you can play with legend. And legend normally will give you a summary, okay? Will give you a summary of your quantities, especially when you calculate the columns, right? Column footings, and it will, if F1, F2, F3, they will on this legend, the quantity will add all, let's say when it says F1, F2, the quantity will be add all the F1, F2 together. So that's another way you can keep your, quantities, especially you say you want to show me your quantities, right? When you finish your quantity takeoffs, you build this legend. Whatever you want to add, you did. You see, you can add them to the legend. For example, this is topsoil. Example, I have see some of the want to go put this, send this to the back. Okay, order, send this to back. So I see that's my P3, right? If I want to add this to the legend, I want to add to my topsoil remover, right? See, I add that, how many P3 I have, right? Quantities count, how many, right? And also I can add, let's see, here, a legend. I want to not only show how many, I also want to show how, what is the volume of that. I can go here, I can check volume. This is, what's the volume? Say area and volume. This volume is total 8 pairs, that's the volume of that. So you can add, you can add whatever you want to show me, right? When you did your quantity after you finish your work and you want to show me what's your quantity, I would like you to use this. Also this legend, right? The title, you say the title, I would like you use your name, your group and your name. That's perfect, right? I know who did the work. Okay, so that's legend. How to calculate the, let's see. That's how we calculate the quantity takeoff for site clearance, grubbing, topsoil removal, trench excavation, and concrete column footing pit, same thing, right? So you see, you look at this pit, right? You see what is the, what would be the what would be the dimension for the column pit, right? So let's see, you need to think in this way, right? The column pit workspace should be 6 inch, right? 6 inch from the column footing out. That's the column, that's your column pit, right? So we can draw this on the foundation plan. So you see, if I, sometimes I move and this move, I want it fixed, what I do, okay? Let me see, undo, right? And undo, right? Okay, I don't want it to move, right? I can go here, click on this, flatten. If I say flatten, you see, after I flatten, it's fixed. I can't move. That clear? I cannot move. So I can say unflatten, okay? Unflatten, I check all of them, right? Select all, unflatten. So so I want to, okay, anyway, I want to turn that on, off some of the things. You see, I can go there and filter, and so I'm going to build only the excavation, okay? And I want to turn some of layers off. Okay, so you see, if I build, it's like AutoCAD or Revit. If I build them, on different layers, and I will be, I will be turn them on and turn them off, right? So let's say here, I can build a layer, right? I can go here, highlight this, right? Here, let's highlight, that's here. Then I can say, right click, and now there's no layer, right? Now I can say create a new layer, for example, site clearing, right? Or whatever, site clear. I say, okay, now I actually build a new layer, right? I can turn it on and I turn it off. So now if I want to, okay, if I want to draw a column footing here, right? I would say based on footing size 6, right? I'm going to look for my footing size 6. Split. Footing 6, right? I only have one. I want, I want to, calculate my column pit. I think the easiest way is not to draw a column pit here. The easiest way is this, use this count. Okay, this column pit, right? Count the subject will be the excavation, right? Because I want to say we are doing excavation, right? And the label would be column pit, okay? Or column pit F6 or whatever, okay? See, now I count this, right? This F6 column pit. And I can change this, right? I can also change the color as well, right? Change different color, right? So here, I want to enter, what's the depth of the pit, right? For example, it's 4 feet, right? Then the width, you check this, 9 feet 6 inch. If you add workspace each side 6 inch, both sides would be 1 foot, right? That would be give you the how many feet. You want to enter feet and inch, you select this. See, that would be 10, right? 10 feet. 10 feet 6 inch. Okay, 6 inch, right? Another one also the pit would be 10 feet 6 inch, right? If you do this, then you will be able to get the water volume, right? See, let's see, it shows what is the volume. Get out. Here is right, concrete 6. I'll click on this, just double check this dimensions, right? If I want this show, right? Show my volume, it show my volume. See label and volume. See, that is the volume of column pit, right? So that's how we do this. Okay. Okay, what else? That's column pits, right? Extra excavation slab, or slab, extra slab excavation by hand. Okay. You see here. Here it says the slab under vault is 6 or 8 inches thick. Okay, this area, the slab, thickness of the slab is 6 inch thick, right? So the normally other concrete it's 5 inch thick. That's a concrete slab. Under this we have 8 inch granular A, right? Granular A base. So and here also we have this. If you refer to the notes, the depressed slab, this dimension is 3 inches. So that means when we calculate the excavation, okay, think about excavation. Let's go to the detail. If we look at this, okay, you see that's the sketch we did, right? That's this site clearing and grubbing and remove topsoil. After that, we dig a trench along the foundation footing. Now, if we draw this, we draw this is a concrete slab. It's 5 inch, right? Underneath, we have at least 8 inch granular. So add together, that is that's how much. 8 inch plus 5 inch, that's 13 inch, right? So if you look at this, that's 14 inch. So that means when we after we remove the topsoil, we would go to this point, right? And when we backfill the gravel, and at least the minimum requirements is 8 inch. Now we need to think about we have to fill 9 inch gravel. So it's like this, right? That's from underneath of the concrete slab, we have 9 inch granular base. So if we have, let's say, if we have a concrete slab, let me think. Go back to here. Let's see that. Look at this. So if we have this situation, that means we need to dig. This is how many? Yeah, 8 inch, 8 inch, 1/4, 8 1/4 inch. If we have this depressed slab, that means we have to, of course, underneath we have gravel, right? We have to dig deeper when we, for this area, when we do that's the extra excavation, okay? We, in this area, where's that area, okay? Where's that area? Anyway, it is this. You see S2A, right? This S2A and another S2B, right? So that's S2A and this S2B. So in this, in this two area, we need to, after we excavate, after we did the excavation, and we need to dig a little bit deeper, okay? And to be able to build this slab. See, this slab normally is there, right? And this slab is thicker and goes down, and this is there as well. So because of this, okay, so in this area and that area, we need to dig, deeper. How much deeper? How we decide that? Okay, think about. Help sketch. Actually, show you there. I show you this, right? Oh, not clear. So that area, we need to dig them deeper. And where do I have that sketch here? It's this. Okay, if I draw, let's say I draw this, that's a gravel, and minimum requirements for the 8-inch gravel, right? That's my slab. And I go down 40, remove the grass, remove the topsoil, it goes to there. And how much deeper is this? So in this area, that's how much deeper is 9.5 inch deeper. That's how much I need to excavate based on those dimensions. Okay, you should do your own calculations. Okay. Okay. So similar like this. Okay, and in this area, if I do that and similar like analysis like this, I will know I have to dig in this area. I have to dig 2 inches deeper, extra excavation in this area. And this area I don't need because there's do you guys remember the this here? You see, the minimum requirement is 8 feet. 8 inch, the thickness of the gravel, right? But we will always, because we remove the topsoil, after we remove the topsoil, it already goes to lying inch for the thickness of the gravel. So even if the concrete slab is thicker, right? 6 inch, that means underneath and the gravel will be 8 inch. That still reach the minimum requirements. That's why in those that's why in this area, we don't need to do any extra excavation. See, 6-inch thick concrete slab on grade. Even the thickness of the slab becomes 6-inch instead of 5-inch. But we do have a 1-inch space, right? If it's 6-inch concrete slab, that means underneath the gravel will be only 8-inch. That is okay. It's still kind of match the requirements, which is the minimum requirement of the gravel is 8-inch. So that is why, let's see, when we do, that is why when we do the extra excavation by hand, it's only this area and that area, only a few inches. Okay, that's why I said use hand to do it. We cannot use machine to do it. That is another one. So backfill with excavated material to trenches. So if we look at this, so what we do is we take the volume of the excavation, right? We need to subtract the volume occupied by the column footing and pier, and also the foundation wall, foundation footing. That's what you need to think, right? Same thing backfill for the column pit. You take the volume of excavation, then you subtract the volume of the column footing, concrete column footing. You will be able to figure out what is the backfill, right? Also the piers as well. So what you need to think is, see, look at the cross section, right? So that's my volume of excavation. I subtract this, right? Volume of the concrete footing and the volume of the, concrete pier. I will be able to get the volume of, this backfill. So how I figure out the height of the pier? So I would use, you see, this is 16 inches typical, right? So that means from this top of the concrete floor to there, it's 16 inches, right? So if we look at this dimension, that's the top, grass, topsoil, remove that. That's 14 inch, right? That means from this point to the top of the pier, or from the top of the excavation, right, to the top of the pier, the dimension is 2 inches, right? That's 2 inches. So I can take the 4 feet, subtract 2 inches. That gives me 3 feet, 10 inches, right? Then I subtract if I subtract the depth of the column footing, I will be able to figure out the height of the pier. See, 3 feet 10 inch, subtract this dimension A, you get the height of the pier. And same thing for other columns along the foundation wall, okay? Same idea, how you calculate that. What I want you to pay attention to is here. When you do the calculation, look at this. Look at the help sketches, right? Say you want to, what you need to pay attention to is when you calculate the volume of the backfill, you need to think about, if there's a column, right? Column footing, subtract column footing, and the pier, right? And if there's no column footing there, right? You subtract the foundation wall footing and foundation walls. So it's a little bit more complex the way you need to think. You must think that in 3D. For example, let's look at here. Let's see all these dimensions. You see, in this area, right, from this point to that point, what you need to subtract is foundation wall and foundation wall footing, right? If we have a column footing there in this area, you need to subtract the column footing, right? Then you need to subtract the concrete, concrete piers, right? And also you need to think about this in 3D dimension. Okay, think that in 3D dimension, what you need to really subtract, how you decide the length under, under floor plan. Okay. For example, give you an example. Okay. Let me think. For example, you want to subtract here. Here. You need to think about concrete footing, right? If you subtract concrete footing, footing length is from this point to that point, right? And the concrete wall, and it's above the footing, right? From the length of the concrete wall, you need to subtract. It's from there, from pier to pier. That makes sense? Of course, part of the wall, okay, then you look at this. Maybe I should just bring this. That's better. Yeah. Think about it. Okay, let's see. I want to subtract. Okay, I want to subtract the footing, right? This footing. Concrete foundation wall footing. This footing, you see this footing that's the height of the column footing. Okay, this is the column footing. Height of the column footing is there. And this footing, right? The length of this footing, it should be from this point to that point, right? That's the footing, right? So, and the wall, this piece of the wall around here, the length between there is also from there to there. But this wall above, what do you need to subtract the wall here? Above, that will be from pier to pier, right? That will be from there to there. That's the length of that wall. So, which is above the footing, which is when you subtract the volume of this, right? And if you calculate the wall here, then you need to also subtract the piers here, right? Subtract piers and subtract the column footings. Okay, that's my recommendation. Okay, you subtract the column footings, piers, right? Then you think about you need to subtract the footings and foundation, concrete foundation walls in the trench, right? When you calculate the footings and foundation walls, you may have to think about the footing is from there to there. And the foundation walls around here in this, from there to there. The length is from there to there. And the foundation wall above this footing, right? The length would be from pier to pier. Okay, so that's a little bit more complex. You need to think. Okay, that's about requirements for backfill, and then backfill granular A under concrete slab. Okay, backfill granular A under concrete slab. I want to do no steel structure. Okay, here. That's the granular A. You see, the granular A is above the column footing, column piers, right? So when you measure the area, you need to go from right inside of the foundation. That's what I want to remind you. And because the minimum requirement is 8 inch, but after we remove the topsoil, it reaches 9 inch from the top of, from bottom of topsoil to there is 9 inch. So the thickness of the granular A is 9 inch. But in certain area, if the concrete slab is thicker, 6 inch, right? That would be, the granular A would be only 8 inch. Also, sometimes if we have that, in this case, if I have this situation, depressed slab, right? Underneath of the slab will be also only 8 inch. The thickness of the granular A will be also only 8 inch. So you need to do some adjustment. What my recommendation for you is, measure the volume of the granular A, or for the whole building. Then you subtract some of the area, which is granular A is only 8 inch, which is you subtract 1 inch thick granular A. Okay, that's my recommendation. I think I have a help sketch. Yeah, that's my help sketch. You do the calculation, right? Granular A base. After that, then you now you do this adjustment here, okay? Which you subtract the volume in those area, which is 1 inch. You see, those are the only 8 inch thick granular A, right? You have 9 inch granular A. There are different ways. My recommendation is calculate the whole thing, right? In 9 inch. Then you adjust that. You deduct some of the volume from there, make it, 1 inch nurse, right? Okay, that's this. That's granular A. Then disposal of excavated material. Of course, you just disposal. You take the volume of excavation, include the volume for site clearing, right? Then you subtract the backfill. You say backfill with excavated material. Backfill with excavated material. Subtract the volume of that. You will be able to get the volume for disposal. Remember, do not, consider this, right? The topsoil will be stockpiled on site for future use. So you don't disposal the topsoil. Okay, that's what I want to discuss for this assignment number. Not why I always say assignment. The group project number 1 and part 1, quantity takeoff for excavation.